Okay, now I'm gonna be doing a review on the movie Fear and Desire. Now, this movie is a movie that was directed by Stanley Kubrick. Now, I wanted to do this review and mainly say what I think about this. Now, the main reason I decided to watch this film was because it was directed by Stanley Kubrick. In this movie, Stanley Kubrick said, admitted he did not like this film, and this is the movie that was least seen, his least seen film in his most hated film. Now, Stanley Kubrick, I heard, he had this movie kept away from the public because of how much he hated this film after, he made it, and, I was curious and I rented this movie off Netflix to see, if it were really bad or if I might have ended up enjoying this film. Now, this movie, it's for sure not a great film, not a classic in any way, nor is it really a good film in general. This movie, I thought, there were some good parts of this film that I liked, but altogether, it's pretty sloppy, and some of the directing is kind of choppy in this film. Now, the two movies by Stanley Kubrick that I've seen are 2001: A Space Odyssey, which is by far one of my 5 favorite films of all time, and A Clockwork Orange, which I think is another great and amazing film. Now, so those are the 2 movies that I've seen by Stanley Kubrick, and I'm actually soon to watch The Shining. Now, Fear and Desire, there were some parts of this movie that I thought some of the editing was a bit, sloppy, it was sort of, choppy and not really all that good, but also, I want to say, this movie is mainly about 4 soldiers, and I thought some of the performances were a bit over the top. I thought, some of the lighting was a bit uneven in this film, and it was a bit annoying, but, there were some parts that I thought were cool. It was sort of, in a way, creative, I thought, in a way, there were some creative parts of this movie, but, I think this movie, it's for sure not a good movie. I thought it was okay. Really, I didn't hate this movie, the performances were kind of over the top, and, there were some scenes that I will admit were a bit silly, and, it's not really as bad as people say it is, but for sure, there are better films by Stanley Kubrick. There are some movies by Stanley Kubrick that I want to watch, like Full Metal Jacket and Doctor Strangelove, and also The Shining. Those are some movies by him that I want to watch. I thought, Fear and Desire, it's in black and white, but, it's really an okay film. It's a little over, an hour long. I was really not impressed by its long, by the runtime, of how long it is. It's pretty short for a full-length feature film, but I heard a movie needs to be at least 40 minutes long to be considered a full-length feature film, so this movie still is one, but, the runtime, I wish it could have been, at least 30 minutes longer. But this movie, I wouldn't say I was bored while watching it, but I mean, it is pretty cheesy, and altogether as a film, I'll admit it is bad. It's not really the worst film I've ever seen, but certainly not a good film. Mainly about these 4 soldiers that are, having to confront their fear and desire, and, they're trying to not get caught by other soldiers, so, that's kind of what the whole thing is about. But anyways, my rating, I'll give this a 2 out of 5 stars, a 4 out of 10 stars, pretty mediocre, but not just flat out horrible as most people say it is. If you've seen this movie, comment down below what you think of it, and anyways, I guess that's gonna be about it for this review, and that's gonna be it for now, and that's it, bye.